Got a little bit of country, a little bit of boogie woogie on Billboard's Hot 100 of February 17th, 1973. Talk about a lost 45, another lost 45. Now, here's a guy who had a number of songs that either barely made top 40 or did not make top 40 at all before he got real big. And that happened with Paul Davis. He passed away. He died when he was 60 years old, about 10 years ago. Passed away in 2008. Let's get to this Billboard's Hot 100 though, and get into the legacy of Paul Davis. Billboard's Hot 100 of February 17, 1973. Well, we got Boogie Woogie Man at number 68, up two from 70 the previous week. It peaked at 68, but it was on Billboard's Hot 100 for 9 weeks. The bottom rungs, the lower rungs of Billboard's Hot 100 for 9 weeks. We have got Paul Davis. I love that guitar, the jangling guitar, and it's just a little bit of country, a little bit of boogie woogie, maybe just a tad of blues, just some good time rock and roll. And you don't hear it anymore. Paul Davis. Let me bring that up again. Boogie Woogie Man. That's the name of the record. Boogie Woogie Man by Paul Davis. Paul Davis from Meridian, Mississippi, not very far from here in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. It's about, about 2 hours from here, Tuscaloosa, about 100 miles to the southwest. Tuscaloosa down in Meridian, Mississippi. Oh, yes, indeed, Mississippi. He signed with Bang Records in 1969, Paul Davis did, as a solo artist. Elaine Burns, the wife of the legendary songwriter Burt Burns, who ran Bang Records, but he died in 1967. The guy who wrote Twist and Shout, one of the hit songs that he wrote back in the 60s, Burt Burns, well, his wife, she signed Paul Davis to the Bang record label. His first top Hot 100 entry was A Little Bit of Soap. He covered the Jermel's song in 1970. His version went to number 52. And he covered some other songs. Ride 'em Cowboy was his first top 40 hit. That happened in late 74, early 75. My favorite song by Paul Davis would have to be Superstar. Just barely made top 40 in 76. That was a fabulous record. One of his best, I think, but very obscure record. And then he got really famous in the late 70s. Sweet Life in the fall of 78, and there was I Go Crazy. I Go Crazy was on Billboard's Hot 100 for a record 40 weeks. It was a record at the time. There was Cool Change. That was in 1981. Love and Let Me Be Lonely, his cover of the Friends of Distinction record. That was in 1980. And 65 Love Affair in 1982. But couldn't find out much information about this song, Boogie Woogie Man, except for a couple of very important things. The guy who co-produced this record, Chips Moman. I'm pretty sure it was recorded in Memphis. Off his second album, Paul Davis, 1972. Chips Moman. Oh gosh, the guy who produced Suspicious Minds by Elvis, who helped Elvis engineer his comeback back in 1969 at I think it was called the American Sound Studio in Memphis, Tennessee. Indeed it is. Well, we got Paul Davis at number 68 on Billboard's Hot 100, February 17th, 1973.